The Bitcoin price is currently on a very crucial level. It is about here to break the all-time high. Is the all-time high going to be broken? And is this bull run going to be right over here to the upside? Or is something much worse going to happen? Are we going to see a rejection and a new big correction to the downside? Well, guess what, guys? I'm still up here on my massive position. Let's look at it. Currently up at 650,000 US dollar. We went down a little bit since the last video, but honestly, we're going to have to pay attention to what is really going on here. Are we going to break here the all-time high, or are we going to get a rejection? Well, to be honest, guys, this reminds me a lot on what we saw here back in October of 2024, where we had a small pullback, and then over here, this massive rally over here to the upside. Look at this. This over here was the all-time high back last year. And then eventually we had over here a correction once we touched it. And then we came back to the downside. And then we had this massive continuation to the upside. Something like that we could potentially again see again. Now, in my private VIP channel, right over here, I posted this exact chart and I posted this exact prediction where I expected this exact pullback. And I also said I'm looking at potentially adding to my long position. And as you guys can see over here, my long position is still valid. It is still currently active. I still very much believe we are going to see that big breakout here to the upside. I really predicted this small pullback. And to be honest, guys, I think we're going to get the reversal. If you actually want to join over here, the private Telegram, all you have to do is sign up here with BTCC Exchange. Then send me a DM here over here on Telegram with your user ID, and I will add you here to the Telegram. Now, anyway, let's go here and dive straight into the Bitcoin chart. As you guys can see over here, we have broken the all-time high. We have gotten a correction here to the downside, but I still very much believe that this is the setup here for a massive rally here to the upside. We still haven't hit our target here of 200,000 US dollar that the rainbow wave indicator right over here predicts. I mean, look at that. 200,000 US dollar is a target. This indicator has been correct every single time. And if you look at all the indicators and you combine them all together, they're all pointing at Bitcoin going to around 200,000 US dollar. We've had this prediction for many months and pretty much even many years. And I will continue to hold true to this position, hold true to this prediction. I've bought Bitcoin here back here at 15,000 US dollar. As you guys can remember, I bought a ton of Bitcoin. You can go on my X account. You can go watch my videos at that point in time where I bought a bunch of Bitcoin. And I'm still holding those, guys. It is about over here 2 years ago. Since then, time is flying, but my position is still holding true. And I still very much believe at the end of the year, we are going to be sitting here at around 200,000 US dollar. So this position, I am not looking to cash it out anytime soon. If we look at the funding rate here as well, we are looking here very nice and juicy inside the positive territory. That doesn't look too bad. Like, to be honest, it's pretty close to neutral, which in my opinion, again, further solidifies here that this is probably going to be a significant rally here to the upside. I mean, if the funding rate was very positive, I would probably take out this position, but so far we're not doing this. Ethereum, also slightly positive, but very close here to neutral. So everything looking very juicy here for Bitcoin again. Now, I see a lot of people over here trying to trade the Bitcoin price, trying to make a bunch of money. But guys, I think the biggest key that you should take away here from trading Bitcoin, from holding Bitcoin, that part of the strategy is just hodling, just being patient. Guys, this position, when I actually bought Bitcoin at 15,000 US dollar, it took years and years for this to play out. Like, we're going to have to take a couple days of rest, couple weeks of rest here for the Bitcoin price to break an all-time high. It is not a big deal. We don't need to rush. We don't need to see the Bitcoin price just instantly breaking to the upside for that to happen. And again, as I posted in my VIP channel, we're just going to wait it out. And if we go down, I can just add more to my position. So I'm just continuing to hold this position. If we come down, guys, a little bit further, I might just add a little bit more to this position. And then the higher we go, the more money I'm going to be making on this trade. Now, let's look very quickly at the DXY, because we want to actually have a quick look here at the dollar index, which is currently trading very near the lows. We're not seeing anything significant happening here with the dollar that is going to push the dollar back here to the upside. The trade war continues, and so the dollar is continuing here to stay low. As you guys can see here, the last 2 times we had the massive decline here in the dollar index over here, it coincided with these big Bitcoin bull runs. So in my opinion, the fact that, as you guys can see, the dollar index is currently at its lows, will probably break further to the downside, is further going to solidify here this Bitcoin bull run, and it's probably going to reach Bitcoin here at around here 200,000 US dollar. That is my target. So I made the chart actually yesterday. I was supposed to make a video yesterday, but this is very similar to the last breakout, as you guys can see over here. It happened back in on October of this year. I kind of overlaid it with the current price, and it looks very similar. where we kind of broke here the autumn high, had this pullback, and then had with this massive rally here to the upside. So we can extend this a little bit, something like this. And this, again, exactly happened over here in November here of 2024. So we don't have to rush in any way. So if I look at the stock market as well, we are trading here at an all-time high. Quickly going here over here to gold. Gold is very high as well. Ethereum, Bitcoin, this thing pumped, and my position is still in a massive profit. Like my Ethereum trade is still doing the absolute best here, up here about 800%. But the fact that the altcoins are not continuing further to the upside, again, probably means here that the Bitcoin price will rally further to the upside. If these altcoins started to massively pump, I generally want to get out of my Bitcoin positions because that's generally the end of a Bitcoin cycle. But so far, I mean, Ethereum pumped slightly. Some people think that Ethereum is going to come back, make a big comeback. But as you guys can see, it's tiny. It's nothing. If this thing retraces, Bitcoin is going to be back further to the upside because this is exactly the price action you want to see here for Bitcoin to reach higher and higher levels. So I think the conclusion of this video is, I think we all should be a little bit patient. We're hovering near the autumn high. We got to relax, just wait a couple days, wait a couple weeks. I bought Bitcoin at 15K. Of course, I bought Bitcoin even way before that, but you know, my recent big buy was at 15K. So I waited that for 2.5 years. So I don't mind waiting and all for a couple weeks for this to break autumn high. 200K, still in planning. This trade continues to stay active. And just wait. Don't get wrecked. Don't take leverage. Just be a little bit patient. But that's all in this video. Hope to see you guys, of course, in my next video. Bye-bye.